Hello again, everybody. Zacatech is here with the Atakline for you now on this President's Day Monday. Stretching out Monday, February 16th, 2015. Stretching because it's been a long day for me today. I got up a little early this morning to get ACDC ticket. Yes! Got my ticket to see ACDC Detroit on the Tuesday, September 8th at Ford Field. It's going to be badass. We're running allowed to see ACDC. I'm going to see him in this 40th anniversary tour / Welcome Bus tour. Now, on with the news, especially kick off with me, PJ's Like Attack News. I had a gig this past weekend. Only had one gig. You had gigs on Monday and Tuesday, but on Friday I had a gig. Nothing. Friday. Saturday I did have a gig. Valentine's Day. No, I did not do like a Valentine's Day dance or something. It's kind of like an event you wouldn't expect to be on Valentine's Day. A biker club winter bash for Hell's Home Detroit chapter. I've done events for the Hell's Home in Wiley. Wiley, Michigan has a chapter of Hell's Home, but I've never done a Detroit chapter event. An event for them, per se. At their clubhouse at Roseville. In Roseville. Yeah, they're based out of Detroit, but their whole headquarters is in Roseville. Near 11 Mile, where I used to buy all my records when I started DJing this year, the decade of Attack. Starting, celebrating a decade of Attack, 10 years of disc jockeying. Bought some of my records at a record store that was not too far from where Hell's Home was. It was kind of full circle to get there, and it was a badass show, great hangout. It was an open spacing. Wiley's Hell's Home was more congregated with gaps and not as open of a space as this Hell's Home. Detroit's is one big full room. Wiley's like separate rooms. I'm trying to explain the staging of it. So it was more wide open than at Wiley. It was more fun that way because it was like everyone was in the same room. You could hear everything. And they were just sitting around and drinking. Just having a good time, bopping along, singing along to songs. Mostly rock and country dominated tonight. Although some biker chicks were on the dance to like Uptown Funk, but then they were dancing to like You Got Nothing Don't coming from Judas Priest and Fat Bottom Girls from Queen. So now a lot of pop requests. Like and Wiley had a lot more pop requests from the biker chicks who wanted to dance. But biker chicks requesting biker chick songs instead of like Uptown Funk. Only one girl requested pop song. Because if I were to play any other pop song besides Uptown Funk, they would have been a wife in the biker game. They were like, get this pop shit on, run some Waylon. Most requested people were probably Haggard and Waylon and Hank Jr. And any rock and roll. A lot of rocking, mostly rock and country. A lot more rock than country. Wiley's more country. Detroit's more rock. But about even though. Great fun on Saturday night. Great fun. Great fun at Hell's Home Detroit. I got the gig on tomorrow. A boys game. Will be a high school boys game. My final game for the boys. DJing there because I can't DJ the last game of the Troy Center because of a commitment. Taking on Chip Valley tomorrow. And I got a gig on Friday. Special needs dance. Washington Senior Center, first one of the year. Now on with the #1 movie in America, kicking off the entertainment news portion of this Atakline, where after only 1 week, SpongeBob SquarePants got kicked off by a movie about kicky sex and S&M. Great way to spend your Valentine's Day week, huh? Seeing a movie about kicky sex, of course, referring to 50 Shades of Grey. Damn, it made more than expected. $90 million for the 4 day. 3 day, $85 million for 3 days. 4 days, $94 million for 4 days. Well, Kingsman, another big movie which came out this weekend, did splendidly well despite being up against 50 Shades of Grey. It made $36 million for the 3 day, $42 for the 4 day. So against the both those movies were big debuts, but a big debut indeed for 50 Shades of Grey, making a whole lot of green this Valentine's Day weekend. Now on to another thing that's been talked about for the last 24 hours, The SNL 40th anniversary special took place last night that aired on NBC. It was a mixed affair. A 3.5-hour show filled with a lot of skits that should have been left unseen. But it was a fun 40th anniversary special that had some highlights and lowlights. Lowlights, some skits that ran too long, like the Californians, with Taylor Swift making a little cameo. It was kind of an interesting segment, but it did run a little long. The highlights were definitely the opening with Justin Timberlake and Jimmy Fallon opening up with a little rap that was kind of cool, with a lot of celebrity cameos from SNL cast members like Miley Shannon coming up as Superstar and Rachel Dratch coming up as Debbie Downer. And then Celebrity Jeopardy. You cannot have a anniversary show of SNL without having Celebrity Jeopardy. Will Ferrell being on there, of course, as Alex Trebek. And you cannot have Celebrity Jeopardy without having the guy who played Sean Connery as a comedic foil for Alex Trebek as usual, as well as John Ferguson, a.k.a. Burt Reynolds, played so brilliantly once again by Norm Macdonald. You even had newer faces like some girl who's been making headway lately at full impression of Justin Bieber was in there, and Jim Carrey as Matthew McConaughey. So it's kind of a fun, interesting segment of Celebrity Jeopardy. Wayne's World. Cannot have SNL without Wayne's World in the anniversary. Some people say that they rely too much on the past instead of trying to show they're ready for the future, but still, it was a trip through nostalgia and past. With the SNL old school, like I said, Wayne's World skit was cool with Mike Myers and of course Anna Carvey. Someone said the Weekend Update was kind of a hit and miss. I kind of dug the Weekend Update with the three females, Jane Curtin, Tina Fey, who may have been out of it in many people's eyes, and Amy Poehler, along with various celebrities impersonating famous SNL alumni who couldn't be there in person because they unfortunately passed away. Like Emma Stone doing Rosanna Dana. Probably the best one was definitely Melissa McCarthy's great impression of Matt Foley, again, a great character. I live in a van down by the river, cause played by the late great Chris Foley. There was some disappointments, like I said, some highlights and low points. The musical portions of the show, hit and miss to me. Paul McCartney was good with Maybe I'm Amazed. Miley Cyrus, some people did not like her. I was watching the show with my parents. My parents did not like her version of Paul Simon's 50 Ways to Leave Love, but I kind of dug it. So did a lot of people. Miley does good cover songs. So she did another good, because she did a great cover of Jolene on Unplugged special last year, and another great cover. This time we went with 50 Ways to Leave a Lover, and Paul Simon ended it with his own song. Kanye West was unneeded. Unneeded Kanye West at Ego. Although it was kind of funny to mention him doing Wayne's World. But it was still unneeded to perform. They should have gotten better people to perform. It was almost as downbeat as the Grammys when it comes to performances. If you want to know what I'm talking about, Grammy being all downbeat, watch my Grammy review on here. It's kind of weird to see Kanye on there after the whole Grammy thing. The after party was more talked about. And also a great musical segment with a lot of musical people like Maya Rudolph coming in as Beyonce. You had the Blues Brothers, Jim Belushi filling in for John, of course, with Dan Aykroyd, doing a great Bassomatic parody, Bassomatic classic segment from SNL. And you had all these musical segments, including Steve Martin doing a little bit of King Tut. That was funny. Great musical segment, a lot of musical characters in that segment, including Aquaman, Adam Sandler, and a great digital sketch with him and Andy Samberg. So many decent moments, like some great highlights and decent highlights. But, mixed affair, up and down affair, but still was a fun affair to celebrate SNL's 40th. We've got big ratings and a big after party too. Taylor Swift jam with Paul McCartney. There was clips all over the internet. Even Prince showed up to jam. But before we get to the ratings, a big disappointment was Eddie Murphy's appearance. Eddie Murphy finally appearing in SNL for the first time in 30 years. Only appeared for 70 seconds. Only to say, I'm glad to be back here. Didn't even do a segment or a sketch. Would have loved to have seen him at least don the yellow jacket once again to do Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. No, a lot of people, I'm not the only one who was included. I'm not the only one who said that Eddie Murphy's appearance was slightly disappointing. Probably one of the major lowlights of the night was Eddie Murphy's appearance being a disappointment. But the ratings did pretty well, like I said. A big record for NBC, who was made fun of a lot because of their low ratings. 23.1 million viewers and a 7.8 rating among adults 18 to 49 Ammonite demographic during the primetime portion of its 3.5-hour broadcast. According to NBC, this is the network's most watched primetime entertainment telecast in 10 years since the ER finale, discounting the Super Bowl, which was also on NBC, a big ratings hit for them as well. And it was the most tweeted show ever, as 9.1 million people were seeing 1.3 million tweets about the special, earning SNL the highest number of Twitter TV impressions of any series episode to date, as measured by Nielsen Social. And another big disappointment, I heard there was an NSYNC reunion I didn't know was supposed to happen, but never did. But JT was there, and so was other NSYNC members on the red carpet, but JC never showed up. Maybe they canceled it because JC, but who knows the story. So, there you go. SNL, mixed affair, but a fun affair for the 40th anniversary party, which garnered a lot of big ratings. And speaking of SNL, I mentioned Taylor Swift was involved in the show. She was in a segment, The Californians, and before the after party with Paul McCartney, among others. She was celebrating not just SNL's 40th, but also her video premiering this past Friday the 13th. Of course, I mentioned on, I think Monday or Tuesday, the Atakline I mentioned, or Wednesday, the Atakline, that Taylor Swift was premiering a new video, Style, on Friday the 13th, which premiered, and it wasn't as cinematic or as story-based as the Blank Space video, very thematic and very awesome. But this is a more elegantly shot effects video, a lot of cool effects. But it was still a beautifully shot video, a very interesting, delicate video, more intimate video. Like I said, you guys see it. I like the screen effects, with her face on somebody else's, like a mirror shot, a glass shot. There was some cool effects in that video. There's not a story based on Blank Space, but still not a fun video, but a decent, beautiful, great shot video from T-Swizzle. So there you go. Now, on with another person who's been on SNL before, but surprisingly was left off the celebrations for the SNL 40th, Lady GaGa. Of course, she's also in a celebratory mood. She, of course, won a Grammy last week with 20 Minutes. They're coming to Michigan for a show. Rochester, Michigan at Meadowbrook Music Theater. Those tickets go on sale Saturday. I'm going to that. I bought AC/DC ticket today, like I mentioned. Now I'm going to buy a Lady GaGa and Bennett ticket on Saturday for the show in July 27th at Meadowbrook. But not only is GaGa celebrating her Grammy win, she's also celebrating her engagement. Yes, she revealed today that her longtime boyfriend, Taylor Kinney, are engaged to be wed, as Lady GaGa announced the engagement by posting a photo on her Instagram of a heart-shaped engagement ring, writing on her Instagram, "He gave me his heart on Valentine's Day, and I said yes." Instead of being the monster she described in her monster song, like, "He ate my heart, he ate my heart, he gave his heart to me," said GaGa, and now they're engaged to be wed. A lot of people like Taylor Kinney. I was just on my Facebook page. A lot of my friends are like, "Taylor Kinney's marrying Lady GaGa? Ew!" But it's interesting to see GaGa engaged. I wonder how Taylor Kinney's gonna feel about sharing closet space with Lady GaGa's enormous, gigantic costumes. So, and I've seen GaGa perform on stage as a solo act. It would be great to see her with Bennett. And as an engaged woman. So congrats to Lady GaGa on her engagement. They have no word on the wedding date yet, but congrats to GaGa on his engagement. And Taylor popped the question during Valentine's Day, like I said. So there you go. Congrats to them. Good luck in the marriage. Hope it lasts. And that mine. Y'all been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you so much. See you later. Yeah. And happy President's Day. See you later.